Good morning, Michael. Thanks for joining us here on Business Spotlight interview.
Hey, Colin, thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Yeah, great to meet you. Let's get started. Maybe give us just a little bit about you, your business, and how long you've been in business.
Well, let's see. I started my business part-time and then went full-time not too long after that, but I want to say it's been at least 20 years from the part-time side of it.
Well,
My background's radio, and that goes way back, but about 20 years now completely.
all right, excellent. And the name of your business?
Michael Stuart Productions.
Excellent. Sounds like an interesting journey. Can you maybe just give us a little bit of background on how you actually launched Michael Stewart Productions and what led you to this career?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story. When I was in high school, I was a DJ at a skating rink and kind of went on to do teen clubs and some nightclubs as a DJ for several years. And then one day I was invited to be a guest DJ at the local radio station in Mobile, Alabama. It was the number one radio station then. It was WABB. And the number one night guy, he invited me, and everybody thought it was kind of cool that I was getting a chance to go on there and do that. So I went and did that, and I walked out of there, and I remember saying, "That's what I want to do." And I pursued the program director, Leslie Fram, and for about 3 weeks until she finally hired me as the station mascot. I was wearing a Wabbit suit, for the WABB Rabbit. I would go to live broadcasts and be silly under the suit, but I also worked Sunday mornings and I would run Casey Kasem's American Top 40 Countdown. And then that
Wow.
grew into doing even more with the Rick D's Countdown. So, but once I got out of part-time stuff, I went in through full-time. Uh, and that's been, gosh, almost 38 years ago, 39 years ago. Worked in 7 different states, 8 different radio stations. So that part of it's been kind of an interesting career.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, you've been at this a long time, leading up to this, so your own company. So through that journey, what would you say is maybe one of the biggest learnings that you've had throughout that process?
You know, I think one of the things I would point out is that when I went into and I was, being on air as a disc jockey, as they would call us, trying to figure out what I wanted to do also within the business and writing and doing voiceovers and producing commercials became a big passion for me, and that's kind of what led me to start Michael Stewart Productions, just doing my own voice for people who needed voices. And then that grew into a stable of a large number of friends that I have and that I use for my business and through the business for other people. And we range from anything from small to large radio stations, TV stations, anybody who does any kind of videos on internet, agencies, things like that, who have a desire for more than just the couple of voices they might currently have employed. So it helps them out that way.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, so that's up to this point. So if you look out for the future of Michael Stewart Productions, what do you see as you're asking? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, way out there in the future. So let's just keep it to 5 years. What do you see the next?
Well, I'd like to see what I'm doing now continue to grow enough to where we can work for and help more and more people and more businesses. Like I said, I work with a lot of different size companies. And always open to bringing more in. And so it's a desire to grow enough to where we can help more people, maybe even bring more people into the company to be employed through us, and I don't know, expand other people's businesses through writing and producing and voices.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I would assume you tend to collaborate with a lot of other different businesses and third-party vendors. So when you look at the talent or the resources or employment situation here in the local area, how's that working for you? Do you find the right talent and resources, or is it a struggle?
I would say for voiceover stuff, it's kind of hard to find people locally. The people that I work with and employ are kind of all over the world. Like, if you need an Irish voice, I've got a buddy in Ireland. You need an Australian voice, I got a buddy there too. So it's kind of like on a basis of that, the New York accent, the West Coast accent, whatever somebody would need. I'm confident that we pretty much can be able to take care of it. Locally, um, I work with I do a lot of work with the Bear, the country radio station in Fayetteville. Um, but there's not a whole lot of other folks that I do with that production aspect of advertising. Locally, I do so many different events as an MC, which is another aspect of my company, is MC charities and functions, and we have night market and all types of things like that too. So that's kind of a one-man show for that. So I don't really need other folks for that, other than to be hired by other folks locally.
Yeah, I get it. Excellent. So as you know, I'm in the profession of business coaching, and lots of different coaches out there. But if you look back, you know, in your life, your career, personally, professionally, who would you consider one of your best coaches, and why?
Well, I mentioned Leslie Fram. I'm very grateful for her and what she for taking a chance on me at such a young age and having that passion and that desire and such. Um, and it's hard to nail it down to just one person. I think, as we go through our careers and different aspects of our life, depending on whether we stay in this, like, the one area of maybe here in Georgia or wherever, there's a lot of people that can touch us in so many different ways. And I've learned a lot of things from a variety of people, not only just how to do the smaller things in the business side of such, but also in the way of um, uh, managing other people. And I mean, there's just a lot of different qualities in different people that I've learned over the years. And while I may not be able to like pinpoint any particular one person, I'm just grateful to be around so many intelligent, caring people that are still left in this particular business.
That's sage advice, right? We You never stop learning, and sometimes where we learn from is even a surprise. So excellent. So I think you said 38 years in business. So you and I are probably a similar vintage in age, at least plus or minus a few years. So if you had to go back to your 18-year-old self, Michael, and give yourself some advice to improve the future Michael, or to change the journey, what would that advice be?
Uh, Save your money. You're going to need to save your money. I would say to anybody right now who's looking into small business or for what, well, even if you're just no matter where you're employed, we've watched over the years how little things can happen, and if you're prepared for even the most minute thing, it gives you a good peace of mind with that. There's a lot of folks who kind of maybe go into something and they're just not prepared for the broken laptop, the phone that goes out, maybe a little lull in business itself, which I think everybody's kind of seen that, especially over the last few years.
Sure.
There are things that will take away your dream. There are people that will try to take away your dream. And if you fight for it, that's great. But be prepared for it. So save up your money. Every little expense counts. And that's one of my biggest things, is financially speaking.
Yeah, prepare for the unpreparable, right? Just
Exactly.
have a backup. Yeah, yeah, excellent. Fantastic answers, Michael. Appreciate that a lot. So wrapping up, I guess just any offers, any newsletter, maybe let our readers, subscribers know how to contact you, or your website, phone number, etc. Just a way to make sure that we can offer them all the services that you can potentially provide.
Sure. Currently, I there's no newsletter of such, but people can visit me on my website. It's audio MSP for Michael Stuart Productions .com. I'm on Facebook at Audio MSP or Michael Stuart Productions, either one. And Michael at audiomsp.com is my email, and people can reach me. And like I said, from writing scripts, commercial scripts for radio, television, anything like that, MC work, a smaller portion of our business, we do some dubbing and such from the good old album in 45 days into MP3. We do some VHS tape conversion as well too. That's the smaller side of the business, because I don't know. I think people threw away all their old VHS tapes, which might have been a good thing, but we do a wide variety of stuff with this company.
I think there's probably only a subset of our audience that knows what a 45 is, Michael. I do, by the way. I do, by the way. So I had several.
Cassettes too, cassettes.
I had it all: 8-track, cassettes, 45, vinyls. Yeah. So fantastic. Personally, for me, it's been really insightful. It's the first time I've interviewed anybody in your profession, and I found it really interesting. And I wish you the best of luck, Michael.
Colin, thank you so much.
You're welcome.